The title of this video says everyone should be a minimalist. But why you should be a minimalist? Let's figure it out in this video. So I'm going to share my experience, how minimalism kinda changed my mind, how changed a lot of things, like a lot of areas of my life, how I am more free and fulfilled. I feel more free and fulfilled in my life because of minimalism. And this, like, I did not know about minimalism, and one day, like, I saw videos, couple of videos on YouTube, about this thing called minimalism, and it essentially says that having less is more. Like, your buying decisions, the kind of things you own or a lot of things you have, is not needed. And you should always have less things. If you are buying something, it should be intentional and not like influenced by some trend or marketing, like campaigns, all those things. The reason I'm making this video is after I followed some videos. Okay, there are bunch of minimalists, like bunch of people that claim they are minimalist, on the YouTube and internet, but some of them are not. I'll talk about that also in this video. But in the beginning, like, what struck me was I buy a thing. I sometimes I buy expensive things that I don't really need, but I feel like, okay, others might notice it. And like, humans always like seek validation from others, right? So they might say, oh wow, this is really great, and you got this phone, amazing, you're doing great. This is just nothing, and this validation is endless. Like, you will chase this validation forever. So you can put a stop to that right now. You'll feel more free. You are not bound to do things that you don't really want to do, and mostly you do that because just to seek others validation. So you stop caring about that. So before that, I mean, before minimalism, I used to think a lot about how am I looking, what clothes I am wearing. I used to buy expensive clothes, but then I like, okay, this is not really needed. Like, I'll declutter my lot of my clothes wardrobe. So I donated all the old clothes. I kept some simple t-shirt, this kind of hoodies, two three pants like jeans, and cou- less things, the things I really need. And one rule I made, like, if I buy two t-shirt, I'll donate two of my older t-shirts. That's how I'll keep less things in my wardrobe, and it will be like not to impress others, and you'll feel more free and more fulfilled in your life once you stop going after, like, I think there is a term called flash shiny object syndrome. So you see something shiny, and you like, okay, I'll get this, but then you stop doing it because you don't really care about it. And that really, like, that is freedom. That gives me more freedom, that okay, I don't need to, like, there are more like peace of mind, because I don't really need to think about what I am going to wear, what new trend that came, and I need to like keep up to that, right? I just grab a t-shirt, grab a pant, and go. That's it. So that really gives me a peace of mind. A lot of my energy do not go into that direction. And that is also a thing, that okay, a piece of materialistic thing cannot define me. Like, what I am doing as a human being, like my work, I am a motion graphic designer. I um like like make videos and doing, like, helping, working with a brand, and that is kind of that's how I am adding value to the world, to that company, to the world, and in general, right? um, by making videos I might change some people's mind and do a good thing, maybe a better thing, maybe good bad we can't decide, but better thing maybe. So these things matter rather than like a materialistic thing that will define me, that okay, other might say one thing, okay, this is great, you are doing great, um, you bought this, like people gives you a lot of validation and attention, but that is temporary and you keep chasing that. So like once you stop doing that, um, there are a lot of like free space in your mind, like if you're getting what I'm saying, and that is great. And then comes like my smartphone. So minimalism affects a lot like a philosophy. It affects like all kind of things in your life, not just wardrobe, but maybe your room. Like you have bunch of things, just declutter whatever you don't need. um, your smartphone, you have 100 plus apps, just declutter all that. I'll make a dedicated video how I made my smartphone a dumb phone, a kind of dumb phone, because I'm going into a social media detox and I have removed all the social medias and like all this doom scrolling thing. So this is the video. I'll make this video about brain rot and doom scrolling. So that is like, for that just subscribe to the channel. And so there are a lot of people on the internet that claims they are minimalist, but according to me some of them are not, because some of them buy expensive things. Like for example, they could have get a table for $200, but they buy a table for $1,000, and it just looks simple, and that is their definition of minimalism. That if looks things look simple, that is minimal. But that looks minimal, that is aesthetically minimal, but that a minimalism? I'm not sure, because you did not need to get a $1,000 table, uh, which is just pure branding, and they are selling minimalism as um, kind of consumerism. So people sell like $1,000 table because okay, this looks minimal, and if you're a minimalist, get this thing. That is not minimalism, that is consumerism or maximalism. So just those people just make things look aesthetically minimal and simple, but their life and the things, the kind of decisions they take is not minimal and does not fall into minimalism. That is my opinion, and that's how I feel. Next videos are going to be more about how consumerism. So let's touch a bit about consumerism. So consumerism is you like makes consumerism makes you buy things that you don't really need, right? And it affects a lot of, especially you, but on global level, like consumerism affects the environment, because I was watching couple of documentaries on big clothing brands, and they like dump their clothes that did not sell in the desert or some place, and that is really bad for the environment. So I'll make couple of videos maybe on that, about consumerism, about the impact of consumerism on the environment. And yeah, I'll make also a video about my smartphone, how I decluttered it, how I solved my brain rot problem, like doom scrolling problem, right? So yeah, this is it for this video. I hope I'll make more videos for about minimalism. And yeah, thank you so much. This was a unstructured video. I don't really like scripting. Okay, so this is like just whatever I think, whatever is coming to my mind, I like put all the things right away. And yeah, this is like raw and real, what I wanted to say. Nothing structured, nothing written, scripted. So thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.